it's me. Today I'm going to do an unboxing of a very exciting package that I'm very excited about. So let's begin. I got it from Debenhams, which is a department store shop in the UK that have counters of lots of different brands and things. And I got really lucky because this is what it is. And this is the Urban Decay Alice Through the Looking Glass Eyeshadow Palette. The box is so beautiful. You guys know that Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is one of my all-time favourite books, and the old Disney film was my favourite Disney film ever. The 1954 one? Is it 1954? I think so. The packaging of this is so beautiful. As you can see, it's like got this kaleidoscope effect, which is so Alice and so psychedelic. So this is really in high demand. It's special edition, limited edition for the new Tim Burton film. I assume Tim Burton's doing it. I don't know. I have not watched the new Alice in Wonderland because I'm so in love with the old one and with the book that I didn't want to do it to myself, if you know what I mean. But this palette is, I will leave the link in the description box below, but I think it's sold out everywhere except at the Manchester Debenhams. They actually have quite a lot when I went there yesterday, so if you're looking for one, Manchester Debenhams have quite a lot, and that's Debenhams in the city centre. And it's got these butterfly details. And then if we go to the back, it gives you a little lowdown of the different eyeshadows in there. And they're kind of arranged by theme. So there's these four, these four, these four, these four, and these four. And they're different names. This is Alice, this is Mad Hatter, this is Marana, this is Elizabeth, and this is Time. So let's get in there. Some lovely detailing on the inside of the box as well. So here it is. It's a thick card box. It's got the same kaleidoscope design on it. To be careful the light doesn't shine. The butterflies there, and this detailing around the edge as well of monochrome floral. And there is a quote here. I know who I was when I got up this morning, but I must have changed several times since then. It's kind of squiggly. I don't know if any of you have read Alice Through the Looking Glass, which is the sequel book. It's even more psychedelic than the first one. Just when you think it's not possible to get more psychedelic, it is. So let's open the top. Oh, and it has a mirror. Try not to blind you with that. Oh, and I am blinding you with that. Put my hand over it. There's a quote on the mirror that says, "We're all mad here." And then we've got this area here that has another quote on it that says, "I'm not strange, weird, off, more crazy. My reality is just different from yours," which is very nice. Oh. And this opens up as well. Let me get it to open for you. So I have to be really careful with this whole mirror thing that's going on. Let's flip it upside down so you can see this little window opens up. And then there's a butterfly, a kind of pop-up butterfly in there. But all that stuff is just kind of cute, and I guess it's not really necessary, because what we really want is the makeup. Oh, I hope that wasn't too loud. So let's get in there. You hold this little slip under here where the quote was, and you slide it out like that to reveal a lot of beautiful eyeshadows and a lovely eyeshadow brush. These ones are very good. They are similar to the brushes that are in the Urban Decay Naked palette, but I like how they've done this here. It's sort of like an MC Escher optical illusion, because you see how it's it makes some of the eyeshadows look like they're popping out, and some of them look like they're more embossed, if you know what I mean. Some of them look like they're out, and some are like deeper in the packaging. Beautiful colours. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I've never had an eyeshadow palette in my life that had more than 3 or 4 shades in it, and I've never really felt drawn to buy one until I saw this. And I've not actually tried it yet. This is my first look at it now, first impression. So there's loads of pretty colours. So let's swatch these now. So I will swatch the first shade, which is Looking Glass, which is in the Alice quadrant. Very lovely pale colour, See? Be a nice inner corner of the eye shade. The next one in the Alice collection is called Reflection. Just like a pastel peach shade. Not that striking on my skin tone, but nice neutral, almost for me. It looks different in real life than it does on the camera as well. I tried to leave some light and shadow so you get a more true look of how it would be if you saw me wearing it in real life on the street in daylight. The third from the Alice is called Dormouse. Which again is a sort of neutral brown colour. Don't know if you can see that. Very natural and very pretty. Almost with an orange tinge. And now, the fourth in Alice is Metamorphosis, which I think is one of my favourites so far. Really sort of bright, pale blue. It's like a pale blue but a very poppy one. It reminds me of the sort of Hitchcock pale blue eyeshadow that you see in The Birds. It's very sort of 50s, I think. If you do this with just a very slight black liquid line, very thin, it would look very 50s. Okay, let's get rid of this. Next collection is the Mad Hatter. This is the first one in the Mad Hatter range, and it's called Hatter. You can see it's a very deep, mossy, shimmery green, almost reminiscent of a peacock green. Very pretty. The next one in the Mad Hatter range is called Gone Mad, and it's a deep plummy purple colour. It's got a little bit of shimmer, but it's a bit more matte. Now, the third is called Paradox. Yeah, look at that. Wow. That is awesome. I think that looks better in real life than on camera. It's super, super bronzy golden. Can you see that? A bronzy golden colour. very, very shimmery and beautiful. Reminds me of, I don't know, a kind of ancient Greek look. I don't know why, it just makes me feel like either ancient Greece or a Cleopatra feel. This one is called Cake, and that's the last in the Eyeshadow Palette, and it's a very fuchsia pink, very pretty. These four colours, they're all very bold, but I have to say I do think they complement each other very well. I do. They're all very bold, but they all fit together quite well. I can imagine making this work and wearing them all together. Okay, so let's get these off. To get it off my fingers as well. Okay. Now the next range is called Marana. The first shade is called Lily. Ooh, I like that one. That's pretty, that. Very shimmery white. Will be beautiful in the inner corner of the eye. And then we have Duchess. Oh, which is also pretty. It's like a peachy gold colour. Quite neutral. Quite neutral. You may not be able to see. Oh, you can. There, you can see it there. Oh, so bright. I can imagine these two would make you look so, like, awake. Maybe it'd be a good combination to use if I feel really tired and my face looks a bit tired and puffy eyes, maybe. Oh, wow. I really love this palette. It's so pretty. That's like a gold, like a deep gold, browny gold. I mean, on me, it's incredibly neutral, but with a shimmer. See the shimmer in it? Yeah. And the last one here is called Chessboard, which looks like a matte brown. Yeah, it's a matte brown. Kind of a medium tone of brown, not very dark, very medium. Say sort of a milk chocolate, and it's matte as well. And these all complement each other beautifully as well. I really think they've done a good job here so far. I'm very impressed. And it's the first time I've heard of a palette having so many shades, but having a sort of guideline of how they think they should be used together, like giving you a sort of chapters in a book, but in the palette. That's very unique, I think. I've not come across that before. Okay, now we are on Elizabeth, which I think I'm saying right, and this is the shade Heads Will Roll. Oh my god, that shade is incredibly beautiful. Oh wow, it's like how I imagine mermaids' tails would look. That might sound a bit silly, but that's absolutely breathtaking. Okay, the next one's called Bandersnatch, which is a matte midnight blue. Very nice. It's exactly how it looks in the pan. Now this last one, no, the third one, is called Salazan Grum, which looks pretty. Oh, bronze. A bronze, deep bronze colour. Shimmery, coppery, rose goldy, and gorgeous. The last one here is called Royal Flush in Elizabeth chapter, which is a very white, shimmery colour, which is also lovely. It's almost silver, you know. That's a really good combination, I think. It reminds me of the ocean. Like, this is the turquoise of the sea, and this is the deep blue of the very deep sea, and this is the sand, and this is like the foam of the waves. That's a beautiful collection as well. If you're wondering what I'm using to take these colours off, because it's really quite good, it's I'll show you in a second. It's Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. It's really good. It's the pink one for sensitive skin, and it just seems to take everything off really well. I like it a lot. So let's give that a little wipe down. Now, in the last chapter, we have Time. The whole chapter is called Time, and the first shade is also called Time. Oh wow, it's a really deep gunmetal grey charcoal kind of sparkle. It's an epic shade, that, very dark. I can imagine it'd be great for a sort of smoky eye look. And next we have Dream On. This is the one that people have been talking about, saying it's not that pigmented, and I can see what they mean. It's not very pigmented at all. It's kind of just shimmer, and that's all you get. But I think when you compare it next to that gunmetal Time, it's so incredibly strong that maybe you just need something that's, you know, an accent and not so bright and in your face, because that's a super bold colour. Okay, the next one we hear is called Chronosphere, which is a sort of shimmery light to medium brown. You can see it there, light to medium brown, kind of shimmery, also quite neutral in comparison to this Time. time. And the last one here is called Mirror. Which is a grey colour. A nice, simple, matte, no shimmer grey. Very pretty. Really useful as a transition shade probably. And these look great together as well. I think that's going to be a beautiful combination. Let's get some more micellar water. Cleaning my fingertips as well. There we go. Nice and cleaner. Now, since we are right here, I thought we might as well just have a little look at the brush. Very nice brush. I like how it's umber, the colour of the bristles, and it's got the same kaleidoscope detail here as it does in the box. Wearable in a day-to-day situation, going out to lunch, going shopping, that kind of thing. Going out to dinner, if you're going for a few drinks. If you're going for a few drinks, you could probably go a bit wackier than what I'm doing right now, which I probably will sometimes.